as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. It's again. Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Richard trying the right side. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Set hut, 56 yards. Check, 50 yards. Come on, set hut.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Watch the twist.
Throwing. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared. Six guys. Check 6 guys. SOS, SOS, SOS. 64. Sweet. SOS, SOS.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Houston.
Shut. Go to base. Mike 58 right there. Get the ball. 58 to Mike, 58. Go. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Now Haskins on first down. He's got it. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ready. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Let's go.
Now it's Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Another shot from the one on second and goal.
Hands in. 45.
They run with Edwards. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Colts nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Set.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D. Hey, alert 3.
Second down, Haskins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
A run by Mack to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Brissett. Complete to Hilton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Got it! 51 from Mike, boy, 51. Hey, 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 hey!
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready, ready! And ready! No take! Stop your whining! Shit! Go! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Switch!
Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. That's the end of the
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
Powers through. And some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They got 29 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Jam, 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 jam. Check 25, check 25. Check 13, check 13.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try and run with their fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Haskins on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard fights through and now a crease. The 40, 30, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Richard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. Getting it to him in space. Pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You got nothing yet. You got nothing.
Brissett sets to throw it. He's got it to Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
You got tight right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Check 99. Check 98.
Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
You can't stop me.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go play action now. Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Brissett now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Bang, 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 bang.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. He's coming. Go. We got double up. Go. Out. Neil, crunch.
To throw, Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Haskins to throw. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Mack. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton 35 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Check my 50. All day, baby. All day. All day. Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10 at the 30.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
56, check 56.
On second down, it's Mack. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the ground, it's Wilson, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. Breaks through the contact, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Mike, 45. Cut.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Whitney merciless. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Haskins. They'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Oh, the Texans may have recovered. They did recover. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. Complete. Smith has it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Check.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided 1 shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. It finds his target, Fuller. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Now it's Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 48.
We're set now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This a give to Mack running to the right. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Quick throw here to Hilton. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go. It's not a wolf. 950. 61. Max block. Right. Switch.
They'll go again here with Mack. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Here's Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On first down, Richard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Haskins, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This is Richard. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Third down. Here's Haskins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
I got it.
Haskins to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
We got a plane to catch.
31-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.